What's going on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon, and I'm doing one of my quick hit scouting report videos today. This one's going to be for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm doing this one first because they actually play on Thursday night, so I wanted to make sure to get it done before that so I don't have a chronological issue like I did last time. So with that, let's go ahead and jump into it. They played the Arizona Cardinals, a really good team. They didn't really stand a chance if we're keeping it real. Again, young, rebuilding team, rookie head coach, rookie quarterback, etc., right? So, the Jacksonville Jaguars did have the Cardinals tried to kick a 68-yard field goal, and it came up short, and so the Jags ended up having a 109-yard return, which is cool, and it's fun, and it's exciting, but it wasn't obviously anywhere near good enough. So, it is what it is. And even as bad as the Dolphins have been playing the first 3 weeks of the season, and the next couple games could be rough, Jacksonville is still a team, even though we have to travel to London, and we could very well be 1-4 going into that game. Hopefully not, but it's possible. I still think we should be able to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, they're just not a very good team this year, and they're not expected to be a very good team this year. They're expected to be picking at the top end of the draft yet again. And you would think to help, build up the offensive line for their young quarterback and then fill whatever holes that they need other than that. I don't really know the Jags needs that much, so I don't know. But anyway, but that's the expectation. So let's go ahead and get through this. So as you can see, they lost to the Cardinals, who are now 3-0, 31-19, and that drops them to 0-3 on the season. I mean, again, they are expected to be a team that is picking at the top end of the draft, so really no surprise here. Let's see, they had 361 total yards, gave up 407. They had 202 through the air and gave up 316. They had a $159 though on the ground, and James Robinson is a really good running back. And they only gave up 91 to the Cardinals. Let's see, they were 5.5 yards per play, gave up 6.4. Let's see, Jacksonville lost 2 fumbles. Arizona did not. Jacksonville also threw 2 interceptions. So 2 more interceptions for Trevor Lawrence. And, Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson of the Jets, they've had, some rough games in the first few weeks. That they've thrown several interceptions, these guys. Mac Jones yesterday threw a couple interceptions too as well. So, rookie quarterbacks having a rough time, but that's expected. And these franchises just hope that, even though there's going to be some obvious lumps early on, they're hoping that these players can develop into their franchise guy. And if I'm keeping it real, I think Zach Wilson has a good chance to do that. I think he's a solid player, and could be the guy. I think, if I'm being honest, I think Jets fans can feel pretty good about it. Trevor Lawrence, I've seen some good things from him too. Obviously, there's been good amount of bad, but again, rookie, et cetera, et cetera. So it is what it is. And I think the way that they're using Mac Jones in, New England is pretty much right. And he's been, operating efficiently overall, aside from yesterday, in that offense and what they have, what they ask him to do. So, if I'm just keeping it real and objective and unbiased, I think those franchises have solid guys at the position. Anyway, so let's see. Third down efficiency. Obviously, Jacksonville gave up 3 sacks here and didn't get any on their side of the ball. Jacksonville was only 18% on third downs, but they only allowed 11% to the Cardinals, which actually is pretty astounding. Anyway, but Jacksonville had the ball for 27 minutes and 6 seconds to the 32-54 of Arizona. Jacksonville had 4 penalties and Arizona had 7. But Arizona is just obviously the way better team, clearly. All right, so Trevor Lawrence was 22 for 34, 219, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. James Robinson had 15 rushes for 88 yards, a touchdown, and a 5.9 average. Carlos Hyde, also a solid running back, 8 for 44 and a 5.5. And then Trevor Lawrence threw in 6 for 27 and a 4.5 himself. Marvin Jones, and they do have good weapons too. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel like, well, some of these receivers, I feel like they have too many dropsies with these guys, so they need to clean that up or address that somehow. But, like, I feel like if they just get the offensive line, maybe they need to have some pieces on, you know, the defense they need to add, and, you know, maybe some additional solid depth. But, I mean, these guys aren't bad. I think they have a solid lineup of playmakers. Marvin Jones was 6 of 8 for 62. DJ Chark, 3 of 6 for 49 and a score. Laviska Shenault, 4 of 4 for 48. James Robinson, 6 of 6, 46. Jacob Hollister, 2 of 6 for 15. And then we will, as usual, do a quick scroll through the rest of this. So if you need to or want to, you can go ahead and take a look at all the in-depth defensive and kicking statistics. All right, now we float back up to the top so we can switch over to the Cardinals and take a look there. So they relinquished 28 of 34 for 316 yards to Kyler Murray. He didn't throw any touchdowns and did throw an interception. So there is that. Good for the Jags D. Well, you know, whatever. James Conner, 11 for 43 and 2 touchdowns with a 3.9 average. Obviously, they got all their scores from the ground game. Chase Edmonds was 11 for 26 and a 2.4. Kyler Murray added 7 for 19 and a touchdown and 2.7. Yeah, and, you know, Kyler Murray got his rushing touchdown pretty early in the game, and it was just way too easy. It was a easy walk-in touchdown. A.J. Green, 5 of 6 for a $112. Christian Kirk, 7 of 8 for 104. Chase Edmonds, 7 of 8, 49. DeAndre Hopkins, 3 of 6 for 21. It's interesting. Max Williams, 3 of 3 for 19. James Conner was 1 for 10. But you know what? And people were pointing out about how we contained Darren Waller yesterday, and I agree with that, right? For sure. But the thing about it is the part of the context that, you know, people aren't really looking at is but look at the rest of the production, right? So just like DeAndre Hopkins here didn't obviously have to be, you know, massively involved, because you have A.J. Green, Christian Kirk, Chase Edmonds, and these other guys adding good production to your performance. He didn't have to be so involved, right? Now, he still was, and he was part of the solution for this team. Obviously, they got the win. But the same thing goes for Darren Waller yesterday. He had decent production. He wasn't completely shut out by any means, and he certainly helped the Raiders yesterday to get to their victory. But they were spreading the ball around, and they made sure to have production from other players, right? So the reason why I bring that up is because it's a different story if you shut down that guy and then, you know, let's say, for example, the team just doesn't have any other real playmakers, and then you know, shut the team's offense down because they can't move the ball or score points because you shut down their one superstar, right? Or, for example, if, you know, the backups, they just don't perform well, you know, and they don't rise to the occasion, and even if they're solid players, and, you know, do what's necessary to hold down the fort, right? So, and as I continue, I will scroll down here. But yeah, and I mean, so that's the thing. Yes, we definitely shut down Darren Waller yesterday. And I'm going to switch over to the league standings now so we can take a look at that for the Jags. But we definitely shut down Darren Waller yesterday. But again, they had plenty of production across their entire receiving core and the running backs that it didn't really matter, right? He didn't have to be. All right, so now for the Jacksonville Jaguars league standings. This is fully updated all the way through week 3, minus the game that's supposed to be played tonight between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. So there is one more game that needs to be played for week 3, but this is updated with all the week 3 games minus that one. So total offense, the Jacksonville Jaguars have 945 total yards, which is 21st in the league. Per game, though, they are currently at 23rd with 315. Total passing, they have 669, which is 25th. Per game, they're at 223, which is 37th. Total rushing, they have 310, which is 17th. Per game, 103.3, which is currently 18th. Total points, they have 53, which is 25th, and points per game, 17.7, which has them at 27th in the league. So obviously not very good. They're in the back end of the, you know, the sad part about it is even some of their statistics, though, are better than some of the Dolphins statistics, a number of them. And of course, I'll give you the updated Dolphin statistics at the end of this as well, so you can take a peek. But defensively, yards per game, they're giving up 418, which is 28th. Passing yards per game, 311.7, which is 27th. Rushing yards per game, 115.7, which is 17th. Points per game, 30.3, which is 28th. They have only one takeaway so far in total that has them at 31st. It's an interception. They have one on the season, which is 28th. No fumbles, which has them at 32nd. They only have 4 sacks on the year, which is 28th. And 8 passes defensed, which has them at 27th. And then, of course, as I do, here are the updated Dolphins league standings. Just waiting on this obvious Monday night game. And unfortunately, there is a likelihood that some of these statistics will actually drop down 1 or 2 spots after that game. So, yeah. But here's where the Dolphins stand currently, as of right now, this minute, 4:18 p.m. Pacific time, on 9/27/2021. So here's the Dolphins offense, and then we scroll down to give you the rest of the Dolphins defense, and there you have it. So with that, that is going to conclude my quick hit scouting report video for the Jacksonville Jaguars in week 3. They do play on Thursday night, and so I will be doing their week 4 video after that game, because I will likely be watching it. And so, yeah, look out for that. And then, of course, the rest of my, you know, week 4 or week 3. And then, of course, you know, starting to get into week 4 videos this upcoming with the Thursday night game. All of my quick hit scouting report videos to come. So check those out. And I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys appreciate my perspective. If you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Share my channel and videos with your friends and family. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comments section. Of course, as always, follow me on Twitter at Dillon Tartaro. And with that, I am out. I'll see y'all soon. Phins up.